In my recent videos, I've been promising you new Pokemon theories, and I'm not one to back down from a challenge, but I didn't say they had to be good Pokemon theories. Hey Pokemon Masters, Berkey here, and in this video, I'm gonna be dishing up 3 Pokemon theories that are kind of, I guess, on the cutting room floor, so to speak. Ideas that I've had, connections that I've made in my brain investigating the Pokemon world. Connections that I realize go absolutely nowhere, because like most Pokemon theories, the developers never thought of them. Video ideas that I've had either recently or for some time that I've thought about it and gone, hey, is there a Pokemon theory there? And then eventually landed on, nope. You'll never be able to make this into a video. Until now! Because look, Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, Legends, Arceus, they're on the horizon. I need to start making Sinnoh content, right? So, today, adventure awaits us. Hashtag ad, by the way. This video contains an ad for Xavi. More on them a little bit later on. And we are going to explore the Great Sinnoh region and 3 Pokemon theories from Sinnoh that make absolutely no sense. Let's take a look. Okay, Pokemon Masters, so I'm being a little bit hyperbolic. When I say Pokemon theories that make no sense, I don't mean that they make absolutely no sense, just there is not enough there for me to make a video claiming this to be a legitimate theory that should change your headcanon about the world of Pokemon. If you come away from this video believing these 3 theories that I'm going to tell you, then you have some seriously low standards for what counts as evidence. They're just ideas, topics that I've dabbled with over the years that I've always thought, wouldn't it be cool if I could make that connection work? I'll start off with, I guess, the most recent one. I guess what we'll do is we'll start with the most recent one and then work backwards in time to one that I came up with like 3 years ago. I'm going to start up with one that I came up with just the other week, and that's the idea that Candice from Sinnoh is dead. It's like a Birdkeeper Toby classic. Toby, not every character can be a secret ghost in the Pokemon world, okay? Otherwise there would be no living people. Ooh, maybe that's a theory. No, but seriously, the idea here is that the 7th gym leader of Sinnoh, Candice, is actually one of Pokemon's many ghost girls. Ghost girls appear all the time in the franchise. And especially, actually, we get a lot of ghosts in the Sinnoh region. Of course, there's the old chateau where you can find what appears to be the ghost of a little girl and an old man, perhaps the butler of the old chateau. When accessing the mythical Darkrai event in the Harbor Inn in Canalive City, there is a man who puts you into the bed where you end up in the dream world battling Darkrai, and when you awaken, that man's just gone. And even more concretely, on your way up to Snowpoint City, which is where Candice is, there is a house in the middle of a snowstorm, and inside there is a lady who will give you the spell tag. When you then exit and re-enter the house, she's gone, and when you look at the spell tag, you realize that it's an item designed to boost ghost type moves, so perhaps she was a ghost. So where does Candice fit into this picture? Well, while playing Pokemon Masters, I went into the section where you can learn about the day in the life of any of the characters, any of the Pokemon Masters. Candice, of course, has one with her sync pair partner, Abomasnow. She's talking about how she and Abomasnow became a team, and actually tells a story about how once upon a time she was lost in the snowy areas around Snowpoint and got caught up in a snowstorm, and she thought she wasn't going to make it. But then Abomasnow appeared and saved her, and here she is, alive and well. And that kind of reminded me of something, the Pokedex entry belonging to the Pokemon Frostlass, which says, legends in snowy regions say that a woman lost on an icy mountain was reborn as this Pokemon. In fact, it's pretty likely that this is what happened with the lady who gave you the spell tag. Perhaps she's a Frostlass. That's a pretty well-known Pokemon theory. By the way, this is all speculation. I should be clear. I mean, obviously, these ones are so speculative, they don't make a lot of sense. The point is, what if Candice was just like this? What if she was lost on a snowy mountain and Abomasnow never saved her? After all, her ace Pokemon in Pokemon Platinum is not her Abomasnow. It's a Frostlass. Perhaps that's her entering the battle. And I know what you're thinking, Toby, this is a pretty weak Pokemon theory, and you're right. But there is one piece of evidence, which is she speaks a little bit in the third person, which in the works of some of William Shakespeare's plays, sometimes when people are referring to themselves in the third person, it means that they're gonna die soon or that they're dead. Examples, that's it. It's such a weak Pokemon theory, but it's such a fun idea. So now you know how low the bar is set. I guess let's continue exploring some Pokemon theories. But first, I have to say a huge thank you to the sponsor of today's video, Xavvy, and their Pokemon Explorer product line. Xavvy is the planet of pop culture where film, TV, gaming, music, and comic books collide. And in fact, I've been a long-term fan of the clothes and accessories that you can get over at Xavvy. You've seen me on the channel many times before wearing the Snorlax jumper, which I absolutely love, my Psyduck hoodie. These are all officially licensed Pokemon products, and right now, adventure is calling. When Pokemon Go burst onto the scene in 2016, the world changed forever. Pokemon collided with real life, and as an ode to that feeling of exploration and to adventure, and just a Pokemon Go's enduring effect, Xavvy has created the Pokemon Explorer collection, designed and inspired by the great outdoors. What I'm wearing right now is my Adventure Awaits the Brave Explorer Pikachu hoodie. It's got a great design on the front and on the back. But the team at Xavvy know me, and they know that after a long day of adventuring in this unbelievably comfortable hoodie, and it is so soft, that I'm going to need to take a nap with my favorite Pokemon, Snorlax, as I get ready for a nice sleep under the stars. And then when I'm ready to get up and go again, they've equipped me with some incredible shoes for the job. Ooh, yeah, here they are. Let's slow it down, do a spin, kick them about, power pose. So if you are a Pokemon trainer ready to set off into the wildlands of your region with an understanding that the road less traveled, although rocky, is sometimes more rewarding, then you should head on over to Xavvy's website using the link at the top of the description and check out some of the merch today. And if you're going to be doing that, you should definitely use my code BKT20 to get 20% off clothing on the website, or BKT10 to get 10% off everything store-wide. Some exclusions may apply. And with that being said, a huge thank you to Xavvy for sponsoring this video. I'm not ready to sleep under the stars just yet, so let's get ready for some more adventuring and exploring. Oh yeah, that's the one. Oh my gosh. I can't describe how soft it is. It's like I'm wearing Wooloo. Actually, yeah, that's pretty much it. Anyway, thank you, Xavvy, for sponsoring this video, and let's move on with theory that doesn't quite make enough sense. Number 2. So, this one is all about Manaphy and how perhaps it relates to the lake guardians of the Sinnoh region. You know how in Sinnoh there are 3 lakes, Acuity, Valor, and Verity. And then technically there's the 4th lake, the Send-Off Spring, which is described as Sinnoh's 4th forgotten lake. That's where you get access to Giratina and the Distortion World. Well, I've been thinking about this a lot. What's Manaphy's role within all of this? You'd think if any Pokemon was a lake spirit, it would be Manaphy. After all, it's a water-type Pokemon. And it's really interesting. When you look at the design of Manaphy and you see the red gem within its chest, it looks a lot like the red gems in the heads of Mesprit, Azelf, and Uxie, the Lake Guardians. Well, okay, I thought when I was writing this script, but maybe I'm onto something here. After all, there is a 4th lake of Sinnoh, the Send-Off Spring, where you can find access to the Distortion World and Giratina. Could Manaphy be related to that spring in any way whatsoever? No, there's no evidence for that. Okay, what about like Fione or something? I mean, that's related to Manaphy. Could that be related to the Send-Off Spring? No, it's not. Manaphy isn't a lake guardian. It is known as the seafaring Pokemon. Perhaps Manaphy is like the lake spirit of Sinnoh, but for the entire ocean that surrounds the Sinnoh region. And like, to that I say, cool idea, Toby. Go me. But other than the fact that it is a water sprite-like creature that has 2 antennae instead of the 2 tails of the Lake Guardians, the fact that they look vaguely similar and that they are legendary Pokemon, there's actually nothing to suggest that Manaphy has any relationship to the Lake Guardians, Dialga, Palkia, or Arceus. And I mean nothing. I watched the whole Pokemon Ranger and the Temple of the Sea movie I skimmed it completely, and there is nothing that I can find in there that even remotely links to Arceus. On top of that, Manaphy's a mythical Pokemon, so you can't just naturally obtain it in the game unless you connect up with Pokemon Ranger, and in Pokemon Ranger, it's not like it's Team Galactic who are going after the Manaphy egg. There is, as far as I can tell, absolutely nothing. The best I could find is that in the Team Galactic headquarters in Veilstone City, in the area that they're keeping Azelf, Uxie, and Mesprit during the game, there are these little tanks with water in, and inside the tanks there is something moving around. This is a place where Cyrus was trying to recreate the red chain. And because it seems that he's making the red chain from the gems that appear on Uxie, Azelf, and Mesprit's head, perhaps he's making a fake red chain by using the gems that appear on Manaphy or Phione. Perhaps these tanks have those Pokemon in. The only other thing I could think is that Manaphy has the heart swap ability, which in the movie is shown as you like jumping into the shoes and the point of view of somebody else. You're able to understand what's going on in their heart and going on in their life. And that kind of links in with the Lake Spirits in that the Lake Spirits each represent willpower for Azelf, knowledge for Uxie, and emotions for Mesprit. So maybe the heart swapping ability is like ties into those three, but there's just not enough lore there that I can find. I think in the manga, Charon goes after Manaphy, but again, it's just that's in the post game, and Charon wants to get every single legendary Pokemon, so it just doesn't quite come together. Another Pokemon theory that hits the cutting room floor. And finally, we have theory number 3. This is the oldest, and I have to apologize here because I genuinely can't remember if I had a discussion with this about someone, if somebody sent me a message with this theory. I don't think they did. I think I came up with it. I'm 99% sure. If you ever send me a Pokemon theory that I'm going to cover on the channel, I always want to credit you because that'll encourage more people to send me Pokemon theories that I can then talk about, and then they'll send me more, and then, hey, I don't have to keep thinking so hard. But I haven't quite got that far with this one yet, and this is a theory. It is about Sinnoh, but at its heart, it's about the Pokemon Corphish, and how Corphish has a Pokedex entry. Corphish! It has Pokedex entries that say that it came from afar, it came from overseas, and is able to adapt to pretty much any environment. This can be seen in its evolution, Crawdon, and something that's come up on the before, I think I learned this from True Green 7, is that Crawdon represents something that happens in nature called Batian mimicry. Because Hoenn's other big undersea predator is definitely Sharpedo, a Pokemon with a big jaw and a star on its head. And if you were seeing this Pokemon underwater with low visibility, you would be seeing a Crawdon with a big jaw and a star on its head. Oh, that in itself is a pretty cool theory, but what's that got to do with the Sinnoh region? Well, I've always wanted to know, what is the region that Corphish came from? If it came from afar, if it came from overseas, I've always wondered, could it have come from the Sinnoh region? And the reason I say that is because you can catch Corphish in the Sinnoh region, specifically in the lakes of Celestic Town. Celestic Town, the home of Cynthia's family, Cynthia being the trainer who uses the dragon-type Garchomp, a Pokemon that is also related, probably, to Sharpedo. Because Gible is the land shark Pokemon, both Sharpedo and Garchomp have the rough skin ability. They have the same shinies when you look at Garchomp's shiny form. I've kind of covered this before in general, but these Pokemon are probably related. So my thinking is, what if Corphish's and Crawdon's Batian mimicry that's copying Sharpedo isn't actually copying Sharpedo? What if it's been copying Garchomp from the region where it originally came from, Celestic Town? That's a fun idea. It's a cool way of merging two Pokemon theories. It's just a sort of a shame that there are no wild Gible, Gabby, or Garchomp in Celestic Town. They all exist in the, I guess it's in the Wayward Cave. They don't live in Celestic Town. There's only Cynthia, who used to live in Celestic Town, and she has her Garchomp as her ace Pokemon. I don't think all of the local Corphish went, ooh, look, Cynthia's Garchomp, that's cool, let's try and be that. Although Cynthia's Garchomp is really cool. I think if I saw Cynthia's Garchomp, I would want to be Cynthia's Garchomp. It is sadly just another Pokemon theory that doesn't quite have enough supporting it, and so hits the cutting room floor. You know what though, Pokemon Masters? This is actually, I think, a really fun way of using those ideas, because there are a bunch out there that I've thought about that have they've never quite materialized. I've never been able to make a video about them, and I think doing a little compilation of theories that don't quite make sense, actually, I really like the idea of doing that. So if you would like to see more of that, please let me know in the comments. Let me know by liking this video. Is this kind of thing something you'd want to see more of? Because I got a bunch, and not just about the Sinnoh region. I got them about the whole Pokemon world. Let me know what you're thinking in the comments below. I hope you enjoyed this video, and of course, a huge shout out and thank you to Gavvy for sponsoring this video with their Pokemon Explorer collection. I cannot say enough how much of a fan I am of Gavvy and the clothes that they make. I mean, they're just so soft, and all of the licensed products are so cool. Gavvy, thank you for sponsoring this video. Thank you for watching, and of course, so hi Pokemon Masters.
This is Ash Ketchum. You just watched a video by Birdkeeper Toby. That makes you a Pokemon Master!
Thank you so much, those of you who have gone above and beyond to support me on Patreon, and a special shout out to the big patrons of this month, JD Gottlich, PokeBliss, Matty Bar, and Michael Hornschuch. Thank you.